Going back to our Canvas course, I just covered investigative research. I now want to cover demonstration presentations. So clicking on this link here, this should take me to a PDF that explains a lot more detail exactly what are summary report assignments. So a minimum of 10 demonstration or presentation demonstrations are required to complete the demonstrations component of TechMod. So right now, as you're watching through this video, you are actually doing one of your summary report assignments. So the remaining 9 demonstrations can be individually decided based on your interest and needs. So the demonstration presentations you choose to attend should contain at least one each of the following. So the first one is an online resource. So an online resource, well, this could be anything from a YouTube video to a TED Talk to a professional tutorial that you paid for online, or maybe it's a free one. Pretty much anything that is an online resource. You'll need at least one of these. And these videos can range from 3 minutes to 3 hours in length. Again, this really depends on your personal interest and needs. The second one, now we've always heard the dean say you need to go to lecture. Well, this one will accomplish that. You can say that you've been to at least one lecture this semester as a requirement for TechMod 6. So this is your opportunity to attend a college guest lecturer and receive credit. So you just need to do at least one of these. You can do more if you like. University lectures. So there are lecturers that occur in other colleges, and you may be interested in attending other college lectures. I've always heard students in the past say that they learn so much more attending these lectures. They learn kind of where the role of landscape architecture fits into the bigger scheme of things. So I would definitely recommend attending these. I personally like to attend a lot of the math lectures, but that's just me. So if you're kind of afraid to attend someone else's lecture, you can always say that this is an assignment for my course. I need to attend this lecture and take notes. You know, if they'll let you in, of course. Another one is a fellow student defense. So this could be a master's student or a PhD student who's delivering content on their thesis or their dissertation work in our college. Sometimes it may be useful to attend one where you know your major professor will be the critique person. This kind of gives you an ideal, of what they're going to be like when evaluating your own work or what things that are important to them. Other college student defenses. Again, I've heard in the past that attending other colleges such as bioagricultural engineering kind of help a landscape architect gain some perspective on the role of their profession kind of in the larger scheme of things. So a lot of students found this very helpful. So if they will allow you to attend their defense, I definitely recommend. It doesn't have to be bioag engineering. It can be pretty much anywhere. Maybe you have a friend on campus who is a major in civil engineering or something. You can attend that lecture and just take some notes. And then I have the other category, and this one is pretty open. Pretty much anything will count here. This can include, but is not limited to, conferences such as SIGGRAPH and many of the other conferences that are going on. I heard that Comic-Con or something is going to be occurring here in Manhattan. Basically, if you have a burning desire to attend something really cool and want an excuse to go, this category will apply for you. After attending a demonstration presentation, a summary report needs to be submitted to receive credit for attending the demonstration. So, the summary report should include the following header items. So this is what I recommend. I recommend that you just create a template. You can use InDesign or Microsoft Word and get these major headers in there. So when it comes time for you to submit a summary report, it's just a matter of just filling in the blanks. So obviously you'll need the demonstrator's name, the time in which it occurred, the day and time, the learning objectives, if there were any, a brief outline of the demonstration. So this should be a page or less. I want to stress that this is an outline. You don't need to take detailed notes. Resources the presenter may have given. So there may not be any if they didn't give any. why you chose this demonstration, what you learned from the demonstrator or from this demonstration, and additional comments or information. So the summary report should be a minimum of 1 page in length and no longer than 2 pages. They can include, so if you only have a half a page, that's fine too. So don't worry if it's not exactly 1 page. They can include images, but there should be a good balance between text and images if you do have images. So don't submit something that's just all images and then I have to try to figure out what that is. Summary reports should be written so they can be included as part of a final submission. So again, I recommend just kind of creating a template. That way everything looks kind of consistent. So sometimes other faculty members do like to read this. So if you attended something like SIGGRAPH and another faculty member is like, oh wow, that's really cool, they may end up reading that. It is recommended, as I've mentioned earlier, to create a template for your summary reports in advance so that the design decisions such as text hierarchy, font choice, and overall layout is made in advance. And then I would recycle the templates with each summary report for consistency and ensure you do not lose points for missing a header item. Please remember to include your name, the title of the presentation, the type, like Master's Defense or whatever, from the above choices. Creativity in layout is encouraged if time permits. Extra credit may be given for creative capture of the presentation demonstration experience. So for example, if you decide to attend a Star Trek conference, I don't know if they even have those anymore, and you created a layout using the font that they use in Star Trek and have some of their logo or stuff in there to kind of capture the experience, you can gain some extra credit. But you'll also need to make an argument on how Star Trek is connected with landscape architecture. I'm sure it's possible if you're really creative. Please do not think of this half of TechMod as a tedious task. In the past, I've always had students say, oh, I don't know what I should attend. Just, think of this as an opportunity to get out of studio. Summary reports are due at the end of the semester on the very last day of the very last week of the semester at 5 p.m. unless otherwise specified. Now this is very important to know because this is why I cannot give any extensions or I cannot accept late assignments. So grades are due at a certain time. So if you don't meet this deadline, you pretty much get a 0 for that particular assignment. So I recommend just being very good about your time management and just getting these done. A lot of students in the past commented on how this was kind of a nice thing to have because sometimes you're really stressed out working on your master's report and you just need a break to just get away from it and take your mind off of it. And then when they came back to it, the solution to whatever problem they were working on before became obvious to them just by simply stepping away from the problem. This is finals week, so you may want to submit these assignments earlier. No extensions can be given unless there is a documented need. Please refer to the course syllabus for more information regarding documenting needs. When attending a demonstration presentation, especially outside of our department, please remember you are representing our department and college. Please research proper attire and follow proper protocols. So you probably don't want to show up to someone's defense in your pajamas. It's already not a good ideal. And probably want to make sure your cell phone is turned off. I've had that accidentally happen to me, so I'm guilty of not having my cell phone off. Believe me, it was very embarrassing. Summary reports should be submitted to KC Online TechMod 6 uploads, so these are worth 50 points each.